Okay, so if we want to know how these rocks melt, one thing we need to understand is how heat works in the Earth. Now, it's probably pretty obvious that the deeper you go in the Earth, the hotter it gets. But something that we need to do is quantify how hot it gets and at what rate. So this is a slide that kind of shows the layers of the Earth, which everybody should be pretty well familiar with, the crust, mantle, outer core, and inner core. And it also shows the depths at which those layers exist. Over on the right, this is a chart that shows the geothermal gradient among a couple of other things. The geothermal gradient is simply the rate at which rock gets hotter the deeper you go into the Earth. So you can see that on that chart, there's a line that's labeled the geothermal gradient. And if you go to 0, 0 in the top left corner, that means that at 0 depth, you're at almost 0 degrees. Well, what the geothermal gradient is that about every kilometer down, the temperature raises about 25 degrees. So, and that happens pretty linearly until you get to about 50 kilometers down when it starts to level out, and then as you get way down deep, it sort of reaches this straight vertical line at about 1500 degrees Celsius. So that is the rate at which it gets hotter, at which Earth's rock gets hotter as you go deeper. What we're going to see in the next slide is how that compares to the melting point of rocks.